Hello and welcome to Diablo 3. This is the preview for, or preview 6 for my week of preview, or test footage, whatever we want to call these. So, today's game will be Diablo 3. However, Diablo 3 also branches out into Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft 2, and pretty much all Blizzard games. But Diablo 3 is a little bit easier just to get the 10 minutes from.
I am so good. I astound myself.
Ooh, that's nice. So, as I was saying, with Diablo 3, 10 minutes of Diablo 3, not a big deal. If I was playing StarCraft or something, 10 minutes of StarCraft, I mean, that's nothing. Like, there's a couple of missions that can be beaten in 10 minutes, but that takes some cherry picking and whatnot. And I figured, yeah, we could do this, no problem. So, what I'm doing right now is the season's about to end. Anybody who plays Diablo. So I'm going through and I'm getting as many of my objectives as I can because
I need to go back.
My pet's not active, and that keeps... Or is it? That's weird. Sometimes your pet just doesn't pick up gold fast enough so you think he's inactive, but at the same time, sometimes they turn off. So, I have a couple of tabs of legendaries, and I have a bunch of tabs of legendaries over in my normal game, which I did a preview of... Or not a preview, I did a, like, channel update a little bit about 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe 3, where I kind of showed that. So I'm trying to get as many of the legendary materials, which you get from completing these objectives and bounties, so that I can eat as many legendaries as I can before the trade over.
Your grave awaits.
Part of me half wants to just wait so I can just turn the rest of them into, or like all the ones that I already have on my normal account into the mat. But at the same time, the other part of me is just like, fuck it, let's eat them all, get as far as we can. But yeah, so this is pretty much Blizzard preview. I own all of the Blizzard games except for, well, all of them except for WoW right now. I haven't played WoW much in the last couple of years. Actually, I don't think I played at all. Like, I played Vanilla, Crusades, Lich King, Kata. I started falling off in Kata, but I came back in for Mists. And I think I did like the start, or not the start week, but like a preview week of Draenor, and just didn't stick with me very long, and I didn't, like, I got the game, but I just didn't play it. And then Legion came out, and I haven't played it, and I haven't gotten around to getting it, so... But if people are interested in watching me play WoW, not exactly sure how we'd do that. I'd hate to say it, but I'd probably have to like steal some inspiration from like Krindor or somebody else who does a YouTube WoW series. But that could definitely be doable if that's what y'all are wanting to see. So feel free to make votes or throw in some suggestions in the comment section. And yeah. So anybody who's ever played Diablo or pretty much any Blizzard game knows that they put a lot of polish. It's kind of one of those weird ones where it's like, yeah, Blizzard games always have a ton of polish on them. They are some of the shiniest gems in gaming. At the same time, they're also kind of well known for being able to run on anything. You can play, like StarCraft 2 for example, it's a great example of this. You can play StarCraft 2 on a Chromebook. Like, if you can find a toaster, it can run StarCraft 2. At the same time, it doesn't run all that well on anything.
If only they could see
So,
me
like,
now.
if you're, say, a high-end gamer, you have a 1080 or a I'm trying to remember what the new Titan is, because there's a Titan that goes with the 10 series, but I can't remember which one it is or what its designation is. But the new equivalent to what the Titan used to be. If you have one of those, boom. StarCraft will run just as well for you as it will for some guy on a laptop running a 640. Wait, no, laptop graphic cards have different numbers. If somebody'd been running an old desktop with a NVIDIA 600 or, well, just like a Walmart brand laptop. Actually, a friend of mine actually did play StarCraft with a laptop he bought at Walmart for a few $100. Like, he had a desktop and it ended up getting broken. I don't remember exactly what happened. And so we went to Walmart and picked up a laptop for a couple $100, just kind of so he had a computer.
Didn't see that coming,
And
did
we played StarCraft on that a couple of times. Like, it was great. So it's like, yeah, like Blizzard games are kind of funny in that, like, they work great on everybody's computer, but they don't work great on anybody's computer. But I digress. That was a little bit of a rant. I should probably stop doing those on these previews. So, one of the reasons why, or another reason why I chose to use Diablo for this is because Diablo is actually about to lose its season. Or not lose its season, but the season's about to end shortly. So with the season ending, there will be a new season with new stuff in it. And I figured that would actually probably be a really nice time to start a series. Doing a... Wait, why am I running out of arcane magic? That's awkward. To start a new series where I start from 0, or start from 1 and then go up and complete the season objectives and run through the story and all that stuff. Just kind of playing the season. Also, with this next season, we're supposed to be getting the Diablo 1 Rift dungeon thing. They're remaking Diablo 1 as part of the celebration of the 20th anniversary. And yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to be jumping into.
If only they could see me now.
So yeah, if anybody's interested in that, that sounds like or that'd be a really nice thing. Actually, I'll be honest, about half of these things, I'll probably do without, like, even if people don't like them, be like, you know what, fuck you, it's my channel, I do what I want. But I do try to keep a little bit, like, I'm trying to keep a little bit of interest in it. Diablo's an old, like, a lot of these games, if you've noticed, are old games. I don't have a ton of money to be throwing out on new games. Occasionally I'll try to get a brand new game, but most of the time when I'm getting brand new games, it's like, this is the one brand new game I'm getting this year. And, I mean, I'm waiting for, like, Final Fantasy 15 once it drops on PC. Well, if it drops on PC. Like, we've kind of gotten good news about that. Like, it seems like it will, but it hasn't been guaranteed. So, we'll see what goes on there. But, as I was saying, most of these games are classics. If there's actually a game that people are really interested in watching me play, I can usually pick up a game. I mean, at least until I start making a lot of money, or not even a lot. If I make enough money to be able to buy games off YouTube, that'd be great. But maybe once every couple of months, right? Currently would be okay, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to afford to grab a $60 game every week as a student and stuff. I just don't have that much of a budget. However, if there is anything anybody'd actually like to see, feel free to drop in a line. I do apologize to the few people who have actually sent me inboxes. I do sometimes get a little slow with the YouTube inboxes because it doesn't give you a notification anymore whenever somebody actually inboxes you. I remember in the old days, the YouTube inbox was like virtually a email onto its own. But nowadays, it's a notification, and you get it sometimes, and sometimes you don't. But I do try to check it every week now. Actually, I felt really bad because there was somebody who sent me a character creation question, and I didn't see it for like 3 months because I just didn't know it was the inbox was a thing, and I felt so bad about being late to reply to that. But because of that, I now do check it on a rather consistent basis. And so if you have any games you want me to see, either a new release or an upcoming release, hit me a line and I'll see what I can do. The more interest we can get and the more steamrolling we can build up for this, the better the channel will be in the long run. It's one thing that is nice when you can get new games. I was actually really disappointed with No Man's Sky when it came to that, because, I mean, No Man's Sky, I wasn't expecting to have all the multiplayer stuff everybody was, and I was actually really happy with No Man's Sky. When I purchased it, I was happy with my purchase. However, I did partially purchase it under the idea that I'd be making videos of it, and with my videos, I'd be able to make at least some of that money back. And it turned out to be a little bit of a problem because No Man's Sky was so bad that outside of the review idea, nobody actually wanted to watch it. So I made my review, or my little, I don't want to call it a review, but my little insight of it, and yeah, that's about all I was able to do. I'd wanted to make a bit more, but just looking at other people's channels, there was a pretty vivid, we don't want any of this sense going around the entirety of the internet. And I didn't want to risk anything because, well, I've got a small group of people who watch my stuff, and I like to try to keep y'all happy. Try to keep y'all happy as much as I can. I've had so many people asking about Broforce. I'm like, well, Broforce is done. I played through the game. I've played all the characters. Until a new character comes out, I can't really Broforce anymore. And the same's basically true about Terraria. Well, not Terraria, but Terraria, I went through and played it. Although I do actually now have a group that occasionally, that I could play with for Terraria.
I am unstoppable.
So that might be something that might come back, but I'm wanting the game to either get another update or
something I did not expect to see.
Some type of resurgence, if that makes sense. The game has had a ton of updates, so I'm not expecting it to turn around and just go, oh yeah, and here's yet another free Terraria update. But there is there has been some talk I've seen about a sequel. So while maybe not Terraria itself coming back, but maybe the sequel, if that pops up. And maybe Minecraft a little bit. I mean, everything's kind of up in the air, and I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who tries throwing in those lines, like, this is your channel as well as mine, because, I mean, I'm not sharing any of the profit. Well, if you collab with me, I'll share profit, but not sharing the profit with viewers. And, like, when it comes down to it, the final choice is mine. I don't want to make people, or pretend like if somebody says something that I don't like, I'll still make that choice. But I am more than happy to listen to suggestions or requests. I might not fulfill them, but I will at least listen to them. Anyway, I've dribbled on long enough. If you want videos of Blizzard games, whether it be Diablo or StarCraft, hit me up and drop a couple of comments in the section. If you're wanting to vote for Diablo, what class do you think I should play next season? Drop that in the comment section below, and I'll play that class and record it for the next season. If you want me to do StarCraft or Hearthstone or Heroes or any videos like that, again, drop them in the comment section. You know the drill. Like, favorite, subscribe, and, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and go now. So, have a nice day.